All right, so since iOS 14 dropped, I have been testing like an absolute crazy man to try to figure out exactly what Facebook ad strategies still work and what can get that really high ROAS. So we're getting, as you can see in this campaign this week, almost a 10 ROAS because this is a $500 product. It's about $55 per sale. So this is actually super attainable, and again, we found this out through a ton of testing, a ton of ad spend, as well as me talking to a ton of other course creators, many of whom are spending far more than I am and doing even more testing than I am. So I'm confident in telling you that if you apply these principles, they will work for you. So the first thing that we need to think about is it's key here post iOS 14 to make sure that our marketing strategy has that 3-part funnel system. So our top of funnel campaign, our middle of funnel campaign, our bottom of funnel campaign. Our top of funnel campaign, this is where we're showing people our webinar, we're giving them free value, we're trying to introduce them to our product. Basically just say, hey, here's who we are, here's what we do, and here's why we want to help you and how we can help you. So the goal here is, again, just to initiate contact, ideally get a lead, but initiate contact. So as far as your targeting, post iOS 14, you're going to want to ideally do lookalike targeting. So if you have a solid lookalike source, as far as buyers or leads and email list, that's the ideal scenario here, and it's likely going to outperform interest-based targeting. Now, if you have to do interest-based targeting, you're going to want to go broader. So it used to be that the best interest-based targeting was super niche, was super refined. We would put in a ton of different, layers and a ton of different pools to find out, how we can really target down on the exact person we want to target. Well, for whatever reason, Facebook algorithm is now responding better to broader targeting. So less is actually more right now. Obviously, as is the case with everything, test both options, but you're going to find that broader targeting is actually going to do better post iOS 14. So inside of our campaign here for top of funnel, we want to have between 3 to 5 ads. 3 has kind of been the sweet spot for us, and we have all 3 of those as video ads. And you're going to see why it's key to have top of funnel video ads. So ideally, again, 3 video ads top of funnel. Ideally, you're going to have lookalike targeting or broader interest-based targeting. So now we're going to move to our middle of funnel, and this is where retargeting starts. And the reason it is so imperative that you have video assets for top of funnel is because, as we all know, post iOS 14, website-based retargeting is almost useless, right? It's really hard for us now to retarget someone who took a certain action on our website or initiated a checkout or whatever it was. But if we have video ads, we can retarget them based on the percent of those video ads that they watched. So for us, middle of funnel, we retarget anybody who has watched 25% or more of our top of funnel video ads. And we pooled that with retargeting anybody who has engaged with our Instagram or Facebook profiles in any way, and that includes ads. Now, obviously, we still throw in the website retargeting to scoop up who it can, but the video retargeting and the engagement retargeting is what's really killing it right now post iOS 14. Now, the final thing here with your middle of funnel is Facebook is responding really well to a lot of creatives. So for our middle of funnel, we have about 8 different creatives. I would suggest having between 8 and 4 creatives middle of funnel, and you want to have probably 70 to 80% of those, again, being video. Because when we move to our bottom of funnel, we're going to use the same video view retargeting strategy. So our bottom of funnel is to scoop up anyone who did not buy middle of funnel. But middle of funnel should be the most profitable. Our middle of funnel campaign is where we are seeing that consistent 8 to 10 ROAS each week, even as we scale it. So middle of funnel is going to be where you should expect the bulk of your sales. That said, if your top of funnel is not getting a ton of sales, but it's feeding people effectively to your middle of funnel, and that's doing really well, don't shut off the top of funnel because it's doing its job. You shouldn't expect to get a ton of top of funnel sales. You want that to feed people to middle of funnel. If your middle of funnel campaign is kicking butt, don't touch anything, okay? Test new things in different campaigns, but keep what's working rolling and try to scale that. So bottom of funnel here real quick. This is where we retarget anybody who watched 50 to 100% of our middle of funnel videos and who engaged in any of our any of those ads in any way, or our website. We put in checkout initiations, whatever. Again, for what it's worth. It's not worth a ton right now, but it's worth having in there just to be safe. So bottom of funnel, this is where you can get away with using a lot more images. Our bottom of funnel right now is 100% image ads, and it gets a solid ROAS, but we don't put a lot into it because we scoop up the majority of our sales in that middle of funnel. So our bottom of funnel ad spend and yours will probably be much lower. For us personally, we have our ad spend broken down where our top of funnel is in between. Our middle of funnel is where the bulk of our ad spend is going, and then our bottom of funnel is super low ad spend.